What's up, everybody? It's Icy here. Welcome to the second part of my three-part series. This is the tutorial I will be going over Frost in a PVE standpoint, of course. 5.2 came out, and again, I'm going over all three specs. I already have the fire one up, which I forgot to go over a few things in that one, but I put it in the description, all the things I forgot. And this one, I'm going to be going over Frost, and Frost is actually my favorite spec right now out of the three to play. And it's also going to be the best spec to play up until you have like high-end tier 15 gear. Up until that point, Frost is actually the best spec to play right now. So I've actually gotten a few more pieces since my last tutorial, so my DPS is getting a little bit better. And Frost is really easy too, and that's another reason why I like Frost. Now, first off, I'm going to go over your talents. These are the talents you want to take. The only ones that are required is Presence of Mind and Nether Tempest, and again the other ones are optional. You can choose whatever ones you are comfortable taking. Invocation and Rune of Power, those are interchangeable as well. I personally like Invocation better, that's why I take it. It's not a big difference between the two, but if you can't stand in the Rune of Power, obviously you're not going to be able to use it, so that's why I take Invocation usually. Moving into your glyphs, the only glyphs that I think are really necessary for the Frost is Ice Lance. Ice Lance is one of your main moves, and if it hits another target, that's just going to be a lot more damage for you. So, if I take that one, Iceywinds can be good too, instead of Deep Freeze. Deep Freeze isn't really necessary, but the only one I think is really required is the Ice Lance. Moving into your gear, enchants and all that stuff, again, go to AskMrRobot.com. You're going to set your stuff up there, and it's going to tell you exactly what you need to do. One thing I can mention about that, though, is a lot of people think that Frost, your main stat's going to be Mastery, because that's what it usually is for PvP. Frost is always going to go Mastery, but that's not the case in PvE. PvE, you want Haste, because Haste is going to be more beneficial to you than Mastery, because a lot of the bosses can be frozen, and that's where your Mastery kicks in. So that's why Haste is your #1 stat, is Frost. And that's another reason you're going to be using Frost Armor instead of Mage Armor. You're going to be using that Frost Armor. Moving into your rotation. Rotation for Frost is really simple. You're gonna keep Nether Tempest on the target at all times, and the reason you do keep Nether Tempest on there is because of that right there. Brain Freeze procs. When you get that on your screen right there, you can use a Frost Firebolt for free and no cast time. That's gonna be your #1 priority after you make sure you have Nether Tempest on the boss at all times. After you do that, you're going to want to do Ice Lance procs. Whenever you have an Ice Lance proc, you'll see an Ice Lance proc right now. These two here are Ice Lance procs. That's your next priority. It makes your Ice Lance basically hit the target as if it was frozen, so it triples the damage and benefits from your Mastery, so that's your next priority. After that, you want to be using Frostbolt. That's it. That's all there is. Now the only thing left of that is your cooldowns. What I do is I macro all my cooldowns together, which is Iceywinds, Mirror Images, and my trinkets if I have any. And so basically I just have to hit one button. It pops all my cooldowns, so I don't have to sit forever and press every single cooldown separately. And what you also want to do is, once you have all three procs, so you have Ice Lance proc, and then you get, let me get the other proc. So you have all three. Now you want to use, this is the best time to use Alter Time. So use Alter Time so you can Ice Lance, Frost Firebolt, Ice Lance, pop Alter Time again, Ice Lance, or Frost Firebolt, Ice Lance, Ice Lance. So you can get, that's the best time to use your Alter Time as Frost. That's pretty much it. Now I'm going to give you an example of the actual rotation. So here we go. that's it, guys. I think I put about 100k right before I stopped DPSing. I think the Frost is really, really solid right now, and I'm really excited because my name's Iceywinds, so that means I probably should be playing Frost. I've been playing since Classic, and I've always really liked Frost, so it's really exciting to see that Frost is really viable in PvP, or PvE rather, right now, so I'm really excited about that. Thank you guys for all your support and everything, and of course, look forward for my Arcane tutorial. I'm trying to get that out as soon as possible, and as always, I see you out. You guys have a good one.